A woman is sentenced to 15 years in prison, but she excelled at serving just 1 minute before being released. Xiao drips some black liquid into Xiao Mei's eyes. In an instant, she's sent to a virtual prison, where a year feels like just a brief minute in the real world. The 365 days of real feelings could make Xiao Mei question her existence. The virtual prison is so cramped, the food is hard to unlock, and there's only a giant electronic screen. The number 1 represents the first day of incarceration, and she feverishly touches the display. In this virtual world, the touch is surprisingly real. She opens the cabinet to find water, canned food, and a writing board with a pen. She thinks a year will fly by since it's just a minute in the real world. But after a while, it gets unbearable. Xiao Mei starts exercising like a maniac to kill time, even doing a complete set of calisthenics and scarfing down all the food to replenish her energy. So she busies herself, but somehow hasn't even gotten through a day. Time here is longer than she thought. Exhausted, she falls asleep. Finally, she wakes up to a second day, everything resets, and the food and water remain the same, with time still dragging on. This is enough to drive anyone crazy. On the third day, Xiao Mei starts getting loopy, her mind filled with real-world memories. She craves the outside freedom, but time crawls like a snail. Faced with what feels like an endless black hole of a year, she frantically scribbles notes recounting her life stories. After tiring from writing, she starts talking to the wall, imagining another chatting with her. Slowly her sanity slips. At last, she makes it to day 365 after her struggle, meaning freedom time. Xiao Mei's thrilled. She's glued to the screen, waiting for that moment of freedom, when suddenly it turns red, and the timer resets to 0. Then it flips back to day 1. This is definitely a glitch in the system. Xiao Mei can't believe it. She doesn't want to be stuck in this virtual prison. She angrily smashes things. Accidentally, she finds a vent, gently pushes it, light floods in, and she struggles out. Turns out, this isn't a virtual prison, but a supersized warehouse. She flips on the light to find it stocked with the very food she lived on daily. Next, she walks into a room filled with cameras like there were stars in the night sky. Turns out she was being monitored 24/7. Suddenly, her partner spots her. She quickly grabs the car keys and speeds away. Walking down the street, she sees posters of her partner everywhere. Her virtual potion's been on the market for a year. It hits her then it was her partner's scheme. She has spent 365 days in prison. The virtual potion results were monopolized by her partner. Xiao Mei reports it to police, but they don't believe it. They say she's been reported missing ages ago. Frustrated, she pleads with them to check her prison cell, but when they arrive, it's completely empty. She returns home, searching for her research product. But the manager tells her that a year ago, the place already got new tenants. She then goes back to her old company, which is also deserted, and suddenly faces a miracle. Her boyfriend she thought she killed is alive. Xiao Mei feels her world is filled with strange vibes, her mind flashing all sorts of images. It dawns on her that she's still in the virtual world. Suddenly, she's by the ocean, just as the water is about to swallow her up. She wakes up from the virtual world. The moment she opens her eyes, fear fills her mind. Her mind's out of sorts. She spent 371 days in the virtual world, but just 1/8 passed in reality. So Xiao Mei realizes the terrifying side of the virtual potion. Once calm, she decides to sneak away with the potionist pact. Her partner doesn't know Xiao Mei's ordeal. Seeing her finances failing, she grabs Xiao Mei's hair, forcing the potion in again. Ambush, Xiao Mei re-enters the virtual prison, panicking and despairing but quickly regains composure. Since she created it, there's a way to crack the program. With strong will, prison time flies. In just seconds, 365 days have passed, while her partner outside thinks this is system error. Xiao Mei wakes up ahead of schedule. When her partner is distracted, she slathers the potion on her eyes, instantly joining the virtual prison too. Like Xiao Mei, she spends a year here. On day 365, she thinks she is finally getting out. But little did she know, time resets to day 1. This endless loop nearly drives her crazy. Fortunately, Xiao Mei wakes her up. She looks at her in pure terror.